Hey guys, welcome back to the G1 Insider. Today we have Geekermon. I'm super excited because I don't think I've played with Geekermon very much, so I'm pretty stoked to get to know him and see how good he is at lying to me. But first, let's figure out what Giggs' lie to me was. And that lie was that he's an aspiring lion tamer. I think a lot of people guessed that one because it was kind of the most wild, but that does mean that he was a gymnast as a child, which makes me smile to think of little Giggs, little itty bitty Giggs, just doing some tumbling. All right, let's get started with Geekermon. Geek, welcome to G1 Insider.
Hello. Glad to be here. Been looking forward to this for a long time. I've been a close follower of the series. Really enjoyed it so far. So I'm honored.
Huge
honored
fan
to
of the
be
show.
Here. Huge fan of the show. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna attempt quick playing. And I haven't PvP'd in many moons. We're gonna see how we go here. And if it's very bad.
We first place on the losing team every time. It's a lifestyle now.
I'm usually I'm a mid fragger. And I was actually thinking about mid fragging. Like
that. Mid-fragger.
That should be like my band name or something.
Though?
Yeah.
We're all mid-fraggers.
I cannot get out of the 3-4 position. Like I'm never last. Sometimes
it's
I'm last.
There's that one guy that's got 12 zone caps. I'm like, buddy, what is happening?
Dude,
right
I'm
now?
a zone capper, but I still get the frags.
No.
Like you gotta play
Not
the objective.
Me. If I get one, it's because I accidentally ran over that starting one right at the beginning of the match. Just I timed it poorly where I...
Yeah. All right, so let's start it off. Hit me with one of your Geekermon facts, which could be true or could be false.
All right, so I've got a theme for a couple of them, so they're somewhat similar. I went with traveling as my theme because
love it.
I absolutely love traveling. So I figured this would be a good way to do it. So
good
my
fit
first
for me.
truth or lie is I've been scuba diving and came up on a giant shark.
Ooh, okay. I can't really ask any questions about it because otherwise, then it
you don't want to give it away, so you can cut. Yeah, you segue out of there.
It could have happened. The shark might not have been hungry.
I'm trying to get stasis as many times as possible this match.
Good. Yeah.
Stay frozen so I can answer questions.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, speaking of, let's get the first question going. Okay, you had your human body, but oh, I almost got me so close to dead. A human body, but the head of an animal. What is the animal head that you would represent yourself and walk around talking out of?
A pug.
A pug?
For sure.
Well, and why
100%.
is that? You think they're the most attractive?
They are just unbelievably cute. Now, I will say, I grew up with 2 pugs, so, I might have a little bit of bias there, but
sure.
For some reason, it's a polarizing dog, but the smushed face is absolutely adorable. I love it.
Okay, pugs are pretty cute, and I approve of that answer. I was thinking like a tiger or like a big cat.
Yeah, you thought I was going to go like a big, nah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 6 stack. I was wondering why this is going so poorly. I'm like, it's all Hawkmoon shotgun stack.
Remember when I said I would never bottom fragged just before this? Strike that.
We'll just wait for this to go to Mercy real fast. don't sweat it.
Cool.
Oh, hey,
oh, it's 9 to
Destiny
66. 2. Yeah.
That's the Destiny experience right there. That's part of the dialogue today.
Okay, hit us with another fact and or lie.
All right, number 2. I have been skydiving in Dubai.
God, all of these are so fantastical, which means that you have led a fantastic life.
That's the goal. I'm living YOLO out.
Yeah. So it means all but one of these are true, and if they're all pretty incredible, it's gonna be 1, very hard to distinguish, and 2, I'm jealous. Okay, so if you had the power to eliminate one food that nobody could ever eat again, what would you destroy?
Celery.
Oh.
Don't even need a second to think about it.
Wow.
It's the worst vegetable
really?
Of all time. It's awful. The consistency gets stuck in your teeth. It's
it is stringy.
It's a nightmare. It's on number 1 of my list. And I think it's probably one of the only ones on there because most of the really polarizing vegetables, big fan. Brussels sprouts, love them.
Yeah.
Asparagus, when done right, so good. Celery, can't do it. When it comes with the wings, I just push it off the table.
You throw it back at the
look at it.
server. You're like, get out of here. Mine would be red onions. I think red onions are so fucking rude.
Rude.
They overpower every other taste, every other smell. If you pick them out of your salad, then your hands smell like red onions forever. It's just, they're rude. They're absolutely invasive species.
And I hate to tell you this, but I think we're playing the same stack team.
Stop. It is. It absolutely is.
It's the same team.
Well, good times.
Oh man, love it. I will play this going better.
Because I got my Serb.
That's exactly right.
Got my boy. All right, how would you change your life today if the life expectancy was 400 years?
Oh man.
Is a good one, right?
400 years? I would probably do a lot more investing, honestly. 400
yeah.
years.
Yeah,
that's a lot of compound right there. I'd be buying all the stocks.
That's such an adult answer.
I know, it really is. You know, usually it's the other, like, what if you had one day to live? This is like, what if you had all the time?
Yeah, what if you had so much effing time that you don't even know what to do with the time?
Good, get out, Mike.
Okay, it's January. Do you set New Year's resolutions? If
Sure
so, what was one of yours this year? Do you think that you'll keep it?
So, New Year's resolutions, my wife and I will go to dinner on like December 28th or something, and we always talk through the New Year's resolutions just for fun to see like, all right, what are you thinking this year? What am I thinking this year? So my 3 for this year are to learn how to play the piano, because I've known guitar for a long time, but I've never picked up piano. So that's my 2021. And then also I've been learning Korean for about a year now.
Wow.
And so I'm wanting to keep that one going. That's my second goal, is to get close to fluent in Korean.
Learn piano, get close to fluent in Korean. Have you been to Korea?
I have not, but I have a ton of friends and family that are from there. And like 2 years ago, I thought it would be a cool challenge to try to learn a new language. And something about the languages of the Asian culture are so interesting to me. Like the way that they're so much different than English is so, because like French is cool, Spanish is cool, but when you learn an Eastern language like that, it is totally different.
Yeah.
In like sentence structure, grammar, everything. So, and then the symbols to me are so cool. I'm like, when I didn't know any, I'm like, I gotta learn this. This just looks cool. It's cool to look at compared to English. Probably will go one day. Maybe that'll be a celebration trip.
Yeah.
Once
when
I
you feel
learn.
confident about your conversational
Go
skills.
test it with the locals.
Yeah.
Get laughed at. Yep.
Let's hit me with the 3. Number 3.
Okay, this is the last travel themed one.
Okay.
That I have. So I have a couple other ones, but they're a little more basic. So number 3 is got engaged on top of a mountain in South Africa.
Oh. Okay, so South Africa got engaged. I can confirm you're married. I know that about you already. So there's a crumb of truth in there, but how much is
That's
truth?
exactly right.
Do you watch TV at all? You a TV watcher?
Yeah.
Okay. Thinking about commercials. Do you ever get commercial jingles stuck in your head? If so, what's the main one?
Oh man, it's either we are farmers, or give me a sec. I gotta think of it now. It's like right on the tip. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think. Let me think on it, and then I'll come back, because there
Take
is
your time.
one more that I hear all the time, and now I'm on the spot. I can't remember it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody asked me a
honestly,
question. I'm like, I don't
watch
remember
very
any of
few
the things.
commercials though, because most of what I watch is either Netflix or pre-recorded. So I just fast forward through all the commercials.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's like been so long, but there's still some that you know. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa,
exactly.
nice one.
Oh, it's Liberty. That's what it is. The one that goes Liberty,
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty. That one, like I'll be walking around the kitchen and I'm like, why? I
Why?
cannot get it out of my head.
Are you like this? Mine is it's from forever ago, but I think it was for like Lipton tea, and Lipton tea had like some kind of like small single serve pack that you could dump into water and it would make like a tea thing, but it was carbonated. So the jingle was tiny bubbles, but whenever I heard the commercial, it was like, are they saying tiny buttholes? So now in my head, occasionally I'll sing tiny buttholes, and I'll just go
it's
around
funny
and
how stuff like that just sticks with you too.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be years.
years. Oh yeah, I'm
still just completely sticks.
Next one. There are now magically 25 hours in a day. How do you spend that last hour?
Yeah, I like it. You're giving me more time on all these. I feel like that's my biggest constraint with anything I do.
You're like 400 years
literally
and
anything
25
I wanna
hours
do
in
is
a
like,
day?
Well, I have to sleep eventually, so don't have time for that. I don't know.
You're
The
welcome.
thing that I have the hardest time right now doing is I'm trying to do vlogs. So I'm trying to do like a second channel with more IRL stuff. And my biggest problem is finding time to manage both of those. So I would probably spend the free time like editing that, or finding some time to spend more time working on that.
All right, so here's kind of, I mean, I guess I really am. The theme of this was time. I did not even mean to.
Oh, you got another one for me?
Kind of, yeah. If you could choose to remain one age forever for that 400-year lifespan, what age would it be?
That's a good question. I don't know. Probably 25.
Yeah.
'Cause right now I'm 27, and I feel like birthdays stopped being fun 2 years ago.
Yep, now the birthdays become like, oh.
Now it's like, guess what? Only 3 more until 30. I'm like, come on now. Why are we doing that? Trying to keep that hairline down, you know?
Yeah, see, I would do 27. I feel like I looked the best at 27 and I wasn't stupid anymore like I was when I was like young. Okay, hit us with the fourth.
All right. The fourth is that I am so ambidextrous that if you name something, it's like flipping a coin, whether I do it right-handed or left-handed.
Ooh, okay.
You know, I hate that we can't discuss these because
I know, yeah.
Dialogue off of each of these.
Yeah, that's why I have to provide other questions to talk about because I want to be like, oh, okay, let me name something and see if it's right or left. But I mean, the whole thing could be a lie. Well, here we go. I guess I kind of already know the answer to this one because of your New Year's resolutions. But if you could go back in time and make little changes in your childhood, what would you go back and switch so that you'd be a master/expert at now?
Ooh.
Don't say piano because I already know that one.
I know. See, that's true. It probably would be more music related, honestly. I did learn guitar when I was like 12, and that was the first and really only instrument that I learned. I do wish that I learned how to sing, like officially, you know, like had a voice coach. Because I feel like I can hear the notes, but I have no idea when it comes to like, I literally am just carpool karaoke. Like there's no, I don't know what I'm doing.
No knowledge behind
or
it.
With any, right, exactly. Yeah. Probably that or like learning a language of some kind because it's so much easier to learn a language as a kid.
Yeah.
Instead, played a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, that came in handy too.
There was pros to that, you know, it led to probably this, but.
Yeah, because I did not play video games as a kid and you can see why I struggle. Oh! All right, this is the last question I have, so then we'll have your last one and we'll wrap it up. What's the earliest social media platform that you had an account on?
Oh, man. It was Facebook in 2007 at 14.
Wow.
Yep. I had the strict parents as a kid. I was the last one in my class, and I went to a private school, so my class was like 30-something people, and I was the last kid to get Facebook.
Were they just like didn't trust the internet in general, or?
I think that social networks in general were so new that they just were like, I got a phone at 13, I think. So I think I was later in general than most people, but it was before parents had Facebook. Like back then, they
yeah,
were like,
back
we
when
don't
it was
know
like,
what this is. And I'm like, it's fine, my friends have it. And they're like, so again, explain it to me again. What do you do?
What's the point? I'm still not sure. I feel gross when I get on Facebook. Like I get on and I just see like updates from random old family members and I'm like, oh, I just.
Yep. Mostly ads that are not really catered to me anymore. I'm like, I don't belong here.
Yeah. All right. We've come to the final factoid. Hit us.
Final fact is that my favorite musical artist by a long shot is Ed Sheeran.
My gut would be like, why would you lie about something like that? But then I thought, oh, that'd be kind of funny if you lied about something like that because you're like, I actually could hate Ed Sheeran. And then, you know, like, it could be somebody that you like, yeah, have a passionate hate for. Interesting. All right. Okay. So to recap, we've got, you went scuba diving and you met a giant shark along the way. You went skydiving in Dubai, or did you? You got engaged on a mountain in South Africa. You're so ambidextrous you can't even tell anymore. And any activity could be right or left-handed. And your favorite musical artist may or may not be Ed Sheeran.
That's almost me in a nutshell, right?
Almost. But one of them is not in that nutshell. We'll find out in the next video. And thanks for joining me. Thanks for bringing me back into PvP and giving it just a chill vibe, even as we're, you know, just getting smashed nuts in our face the whole time.
You just get used to it.
I do.